Hi all, Fuzzy Barbarian, back again with another guide on how to beat a Sinner Sacrifice of Redemption boss, or in this case the double bosses Levin Indock and Levin Undock. Now when this boss fight first starts, you'll probably hurl that out. You can parry that, and I recommend parrying it straight away. That enables you to get behind her pretty quickly and start hacking away. I recommend using the one-handed sword for this and only quick attacks. Don't bother with heavy attacks, and definitely don't use the two-handed sword. It makes this boss fight much more difficult. So the aim is to get behind her. You don't want to be standing in front of her. If you do find yourself in front of her, try to parry any attack she does. You can parry them and stun her momentarily, but it is difficult to do with consistency. So pretty much you want to roll to the left and get behind her. When she changes to the black boss, she will wipe the head on the sword to indicate she's going to do an electrical attack. Pretty much for that, you just want to be rolling around and moving. If she wipes it on an upward angle, then she'll do an area of effect attack. And for that, you want to be nowhere near her. But in between her doing that, you can hack away at her back. You can also hack away to a degree to her front too, because unlike the gold boss, she doesn't really do a lot of sword attacks from the front. She does do them sometimes, and you can parry them, but she doesn't do them much. So you're much more safer to go straight in and then around to her back than you are with the gold boss. So yeah, just keep going to her back. When you see her wipe the head on the sword like that, it's time to get away from her, because that will happen if you get caught in that area of effect. Lightning, you will die more likely, or at least get very hurt. Once she changes, again, you want to try to get to the back. If she moves away like that, she's going to throw out these wheel daggers, which you can just dodge by moving left and right. I parried her there only because I got stuck in front, but I want to get to the back. So trying to get to the back and just moving around and hitting and hitting and hitting. It does a lot of damage by doing that for some reason in this particular fight, and it's the best way to go. Now, don't use any projectile weapons up to this point. Save them for now. Once the two bosses are out, it's very hard to wear them down by melee fighting, but it's a lot easier to wear one boss down by throwing projectiles. I recommend picking the gold boss for that, because once one boss is dead, if you kill the black boss first, the gold boss's final attacks are very difficult to deal with. She spams throwing daggers constantly in all manner of ways, and it's very hard to get melee attacks on her. It's a lot easier to melee attack the black boss in the end when she's alone. So yeah, kill the gold boss first, throw your projectiles to weaken her, and then if she gets on you, use your melee attacks to drop her. If you have any projectile weapons left, use them on the black boss to wear her down as well, because she also has crazy attacks, crazy lightning attacks at the end. Like this one, you can see that just going ballistic, and your throwing projectile attacks will interrupt her attacks, and so will your melee attacks from behind. You also have to watch out for falling lights at this point. Falling lights can land on your head and kill you. If they do, you'll get the lights out trophy. But if you're constantly moving, even if one lands pretty much on you, you'll come out largely unscathed. So just keep moving at this point and dodging as much as you can to get to her back and continue the one-handed sword hacking. And that's pretty much how you do this boss fight. If you keep doing that and you get the timing on dodging and blocking, you will be able to wear them down. Just remember, save your projectiles until the end and then use them on the boss you find the hardest to deal with at the end, which for me is the gold boss, but if it's the black boss for you, then take the black boss out first. Well, I hope those tips help you guys out. I know this is one of the hardest boss battles in the game, or at least it was for me. A real challenge, but with those tips, I'm sure you'll beat it quickly. Okay, that's it for me. Hope you're enjoying the game. Bye for now.